In this video, we're going to cover how to host competitions that people go wild for. So the vast majority of competitions I see on Instagram, they're doing it in a very ineffective way. So what they're doing is they'll offer a prize, and then the rules for the competition are they'll say, follow us and tag 2 friends in the comments for a chance to win the prize. Now, the reason why that's not very efficient is because you're only asking people to tag 2 friends. So the exposure you're getting per person is up to 2 people. And obviously you can ask them that, you can say, you can comment more than once and tag more people. But even then, you're reliant on your followers just tagging a set number of people. So that's not very efficient because it limits your reach. So what you want to do instead is a strategy where you ask people to screenshot your content. So I'll give you an example. My friend Sophie is an artist. So if I go to Sophie T Art, so she's an artist, and what she did a while ago is she ran a competition where someone could win one of her pieces of art, and what they had to do was go to any piece of art that they wanted and then screenshot the art and then repost it on their profile. And then the actual competition was for Mother's Day. So what Sophie asked was, you have to screenshot her art, repost it on their profile, and then say in the caption why they think that their mum deserves to get this piece of art. And then that's like much more interesting than just saying tag 3 friends. You're actually being more thoughtful and saying, A, upload this so like all of your followers see it, and B, it's a more meaningful message that you want them to take and to sort of implement. So that's that. And then what she also asked was, for any post that people do, they have to tag Sophie in the post, and then they can also mention her in the caption, because what you don't want to do is to do the competition where you ask them to screenshot and sort of re-upload your content, but then there's no way for you to find it when people do it unless you ask them to tag you in it or to use a specific hashtag that you come up with. So for example, Sophie could have said, make sure in your caption that you use the hashtag SophieTArt, something like that. So if you do use this strategy, in addition to screenshotting and uploading your content, you also want your followers to either tag you in that post or mention you in the caption or use a specific hashtag that you set. You don't have to do all 3 because then that just creates too many rules, but I'd suggest at least using one, and my preferred one would be for them to tag you in the content, because then that will come up in this tagged photos section, and then it's sort of much easier for you to browse through all of the competition entries than the other method. So I'd recommend just doing that. And then there is actually so this is the risk I want to sort of attach to this strategy. There's actually a risk it can work too well. Now you may be thinking like, what the hell, what's too well? But I'll give you an example. So there is a company called, I think it's Sunny Co Clothing. Yeah, this one. So they've got 436,000 followers, but I think it was a year or 2 ago, they did the same competition strategy where they said, in fact, they've even got it here. If you see the top line of their bio, it says home of the famous red suit. And that's what made them blow up so ridiculously. So they had a picture of someone in a red swimsuit. I won't be able to find it now because it was so long ago, but let's just pretend it was this one. Then they said, screenshot this photo and re-upload it and tag us in it, and you will win a free red swimsuit from us, and you just have to cover the shipping costs. Now, people went absolutely insane for that offer. Like, they went from having like, I don't know what it was, like a few hundred followers or a couple of thousand followers to literally hundreds of thousands of followers just like within the space of 24 to 48 hours. Like, it got so bad that they actually had to shut their store, close the competition, and there was just a backlog for months and months of like orders that they had to fulfill. And it even got like, it went so viral that even celebrities like Selena Gomez was posting about it on Twitter and saying like, everyone, can you stop posting photos of that stupid like red swimsuit or whatever it is. So that's an example of it literally going too well. So it just shows you how powerful this strategy can be, because again, if they had just said tag 2 friends in it, sure, it probably would have still gone viral, but not to the extent that it did, where every person that reposted it that photo got shown to all of their followers. So that's the first way of making a competition go viral, is increasing the exposure by using screenshots rather than saying tag 2 friends. Now there's a second strategy that you can use. So if, say for example, you haven't got a lot of budget for a prize that you can offer. So obviously, if you're a business, you can offer like your product or service as a prize for free. But let's say you're an influencer, for example, you don't have any products or services of your own. You can't really afford like a prize because, you know, you're spending money on everything else. So there's 2 things you can do. The first is there's a website called AliExpress, and that's basically a Chinese version of Amazon. So I'll show you on my phone, but it's good to go on desktop. And here it's basically, yeah, like I say, it's a Chinese version of Amazon. And here you can find basically loads of really great products. It's much better on desktop. Like mobile, you can't really get an idea of what it is. But they sell basically everything you can find on Amazon. And it's just insanely cheaper as well. Like you can pick up like watches, for example, for like $10. Don't go for the really cheap ones that are like $1, because obviously the quality won't be great. But even like $10 to $20 watches, like they are very good quality. And a lot of the time, the things you see on Amazon that are being sold for like $100, they're actually literally from AliExpress for $30, and someone has just bought them in a high quantity from AliExpress, and then they're just selling them on Amazon at like a massive profit margin. So this is a good website to find like great prizes for a very low price. The only thing is shipping takes between 1 to 3 weeks. So what you want to do is, if you use AliExpress, get it ordered to your home first and then run the competition, because then you can deliver it to the winner a lot faster, and then it won't also come in all of the, you know, packaging either that they send it with. You can send it in your own packaging that's like a bit nicer or whatever. So I'd recommend that. But if you don't want to use AliExpress, or you want to go for like a really good price, so in terms of making a competition go really viral by making people go wild, this is the other option you can use. So let's go to, what account was it on? I think it was Earthpix. I saw it on recently. So this is the second approach that's like really insanely powerful. So what you want to do is, the competitions that will go the most viral are the ones that offer an insanely good prize, right? So how can you offer an amazing prize without spending a lot of money? Now, the solution is you partner up with other Instagram accounts. So as I've covered in previous modules, the way to find other accounts is you can either use keywords or locations or hashtags. So what you can do is find other accounts and just message them and say, are you interested in doing like a joint competition? And these work insanely well for 2 reasons. If I click on Earthpix, so this is one that they've done. It's a camera giveaway. If you look in the caption, it says the camera is worth $3,200 which is like incredible. But obviously one person probably couldn't afford to give away a prize like that. So what they've done here is, as you'll see, to enter the competition, follow King Roberto, Igloo Coolers, and Matador Up. And then like this post, and then tag a friend. 1 tag equals 1 entry. So this is kind of like the ineffective method of just asking people to tag. But what they've also done, which is very powerful, is you have to follow multiple accounts in order to enter the competition. So think about that for a second. If you get 10, and by the way, 3 is quite small. Like you can do this with even 10 people. I think they might have done other ones where it's even more people. Let me just have a quick look. Here we go. Win a trip to Fiji. Flights included. Yeah, so if you look here, to enter this competition, you must follow all of these different accounts here, right? Now, all of those accounts will have X number of followers. So if all of their followers have to follow all of their other followers' accounts, like think about how many new followers you're getting exposure to, because you're not just like, this is even more powerful than the screenshot method, because in a screenshot method, it's still just your account and you're promoting the competition to your followers. But with this method, you are promoting the competition and your account to everyone else who has gone in on the competition with you. So if you've got 10 other accounts that are doing the competition with you, it means you can split the budget of the prize between 10 people. And so, for example, you can offer like a new phone or something, like a new TV, and you each chip in like, I don't know, $80 or something, and then you can get an insanely good prize. And then, so that's the first thing, the price benefits. And the second thing is you're then getting exposure to 10 different accounts, because each of those accounts will have to post these same competition rules, and then your username will be included in this people that you must follow, and then you've got access to that entire circle of followers. And then I've literally seen accounts. So one of my friends, Tula, like I used to go to school with her back in the day, Tula Rose. So this is the first time I saw it used, and I won't be able to find it because I think she deleted it after the competition finished. But Tula, she used to have like just a few thousand followers when she first did this competition, and that was the first time I had seen it used when she did it. And her prize was like a camera and like a phone and a few other things, like a purse or makeup kit or something like that. And so I followed that very closely, and within a few days she literally had gained almost 100,000 followers, like literally in less than a week. So it's an insanely powerful strategy. All you need to do is find other accounts that are in the same or similar industry to you but aren't like direct competitors. So for Tula, she used other like beauty bloggers where they've all got the same kind of audience and they would all be interested in the same thing. So that's what you need to do, and then just contact them, ask if they're interested in doing this promotion. And then what you can do is you can be the administrator of that competition, which means you can hold the money for that promotion. So what you want to do is say, hey, I'm interested in running a group competition. You can then say, if you're interested, this is the prize I'm thinking of buying. This is how much you have to chip in order to be part of the competition. If you're interested, send the money to my PayPal account, and then you can just put your PayPal account details or your email address. And then once you've got the money, then they're officially entered into that competition, and then just do that repeatedly for several other accounts. So that's what I'd recommend. They're the two different approaches that you can use, and that's how competitions can really go viral, because as I say, the method that most accounts use isn't very efficient, whereas this way you are now entering like a whole new realm of effective viral competitions that people will go wild for. Oh, and by the way, I do want to mention one more thing. So Instagram has rules on what you need to include in a competition. Like there's certain things you need to say and things that you can't promote, like, I don't know, knives or violence, whatever it is. So what I'd recommend also doing is if you just Google Instagram, promotion guidelines. Instagram has a page here that will just give you a summary of what you can and can't do with Instagram competitions, okay? So it's really short. It'll take you like a minute to read. I highly recommend that you read this, and then you'll have a competition that abides by their rules and is also insanely powerful at getting you great results.